Aloha, dear viewers! This is Yummy Art and Jade, your young and foolish cartoon reviewers. Hope you've cracked open your coconut and are ready for our review. Today's film is based on the 2002 animated Disney classic about a little girl named Lilo and a mischievous alien called Stitch. The original was all about family, friendship and acceptance. It had Elvis on the soundtrack, watercolor animation and a warm cozy vibe. But you think Disney left it untouched? Oh, you poor dreamers. Lilo and Stitch 2025. Yeah, let's go. Yep, Disney dipped into the nostalgia world again. This time with a live-action remake of a beloved classic. How unexpected this is. Oh my god. It's loud, it's shiny, but somewhere along the way they dropped the soul of the original. And sadly, that's what we're here to talk about today. Maybe. We recommend watching the movie first, then come fly back to us.
Let's get started with a quick impression of the movie. Just to be clear, I watched Lilo and Stitch cartoon only when I was a kid and I barely remember anything from it. And honestly, I was too lazy to rewatch it, so there won't be many comparisons, but there were a ton of emotions. Without saying too much, watch on to find out what I think.
My opinion? Oh, it's weird. I mean, who would have thought I could dislike a Disney remake, right? I honestly can't find the right words. I just didn't expect this kind of crap. Really. But hey, I won't spoil my explosive take just yet. Let's first go through a quick summary of the film. 1. Stitch breaks out. 2. We meet Lila and her sister and child service shows up. 3. 2 idiots arrive. 4. Lila meets Stitch. 5. They hang out in a filler episode where the characters supposedly bond. 6. Jumbo kidnaps Stitch and tries to upgrade him. For some reason they made Jumbo the villain now. Okay. 7. Final act. Fights, drama, yeah, rainbow bubblegum unicorn poop. Ending.
Fun facts. Filming and challenges. In April 2023, a trailer with a customers caught fire causing 2,100 in damages. Filming only began in May but was halted again due to the SAG-AFTRA strike. Production resumed in February 2024. Casting and controversies. Sydney Agudong, Nani, faced criticism for looking non-Hawaiian. She was removed from the role, then brought back. Lilo was played by Maya Kealoha, Plikley by Billy Magnuson, Jumba by Zach Galifianakis, and Cobra Bubbles by Courtney B. Vance. Cameos. Actors from the original film Tia Carey and Jason Scott Lee appeared in a new roles. Hawaiian vibe. Filming took place on Oahu with local actors and Hawaiian Pidgin English. The soundtrack features Elvis' traditional Hawaiian songs and Burning Love cover by Bruno Mars. Fun facts. A French bulldog named Dale actually surfed on camera. Some of Stitch's behavior was inspired by him. Box office and ratings. The movie grossed $610.8 million worldwide, making it the second highest grossing film on 2025 behind Minecraft movie. On Rotten Tomatoes, it holds a 68% critic score and a 93% audience score. Mistakes. At the end of the movie, you can clearly see the older sisters scratching the air. Guys, you had a 100 million budget. What the actual fuck? Looks like someone invested a straight up bullshit. So, to be fair, it did pay off. Yeah. In this scene when the other girl pushes Leo, someone in the background should have been reacted at the very least, and their instructor definitely should have stepped in. After the bucket tips over, the chicken is missing, and in the next shot, the bucket itself is just gone. Lol, where did it even go? Man, what can I say? I'm definitely not rewatching this anytime soon, and that's saying something. I actually like rewatching movie, especially if something grabs me the first time, but here Nope. First viewing gave me a roller coaster of reactions from, well, that's kinda cool, to what the actual fuck am I watching right now? And trust me, those kinds of mood swings do not help the movie. Some scenes were so boring, I was just spitting at the ceiling out of sheer frustration. For real, they could have been cut out entirely and no one would have been noticed. Like, why the fuck are we watching someone aimlessly walk around mumbling nonsense while the plot travels like a dead snail? Major shame on the editors and writers. May they be forever judged harshly. The inspector lady, God, I seriously thought she was gonna turn out to be the traitor. That would have been at least some kind of a plot twist, especially since Grandma Toto clearly doesn't like her and she is just weird in general. But no, instead we got yet another strict but fair character. Why the hell would you build up intrigue if you are not gonna follow through with it? David and Nani, a separate cringe case. He awkwardly flirts a couple of times, asks how are you, and then bam, a kiss at the end. Like the fuck? Where is the relationship development? Where is even a hint of chemistry? Is this just a romance for the sake of checking a box? Feels like the screenwriter suddenly remembered near the end, oh shit, we are supposed to have a couple, and just threw together whatever was lying around. And the aliens, total comedy. According to the Federation love, you must not be seen by humans, they say, and then fly a fucking giant ass spaceship right onto a public beach. Why so goddamn dumb? Honestly, would have been made more sense if they just destroyed the planet, at least they'd be consistent. As for humor, yeps, it's Disney, so of course that had to be a cheap fart jokes, because apparently if you don't add a fart, you are not Disney enough. Thanks, I laughed off shame. But hey, there is some good stuff. Stitch is actually awesome. He looks like an angry but somehow adorable little fucking furbo. I still don't understand how anyone thought he was a dog. He looks more like natured koala, but fine, whatever. He is fun to watch, bratty, chaotic, funny and full of personality. He screams, weird sounds, twisted expressions, all of it works. He feels like a real character, not just a dumb CGI puppet. Actor Billy Magnussen, who played the human version of Plickley, props to him. He nailed the mannerism, movements and whole vibe of the character so well. I was honestly surprised. That must have been hard as fuck, but he pulled it off. I'm guessing kids enjoyed this movie, cause damn, just give me money and Stitch plush like that and I will buy it on the spot. By the way, in the scene where Nan is training to walk on the ocean floor solid, at least there it feels like they are actually setting something up for the final, instead of just dicking around. Well, that is how it is. Yami Art wasn't be too lazy to rewatch the original, so listen to her very important opinion. Nope. That's all from me.
My opinion, absolutely essential for humanity, obviously. The beginning of the movie is way too abrupt and completely fails to set the right mood, especially if you like me just watched the original. That one started softly, touchingly, slowly, pulling you into the atmosphere. Here, you get bombarded with events right from the first second. That's not an introduction, that's chaos. And now let's talk about the scariest part. The faces! Why the hell is wrong with them? Why do they look so creepy? I get it, they don't have to be cute, especially Jamba. But isn't just attractive. It's like he was sculpted with someone's ass. He's straight up hideous. Ironically, the graphics themselves didn't even bother me. Some shots were even okay, but the design, my god. Overall, there is just way too many word cuts, unnecessary scene, and random over emotion outputs. It's like someone pressed the fast forward button and forgot to switch it off. It's physically uncomfortable to watch, especially if you remember how calm, slow, even lazy the original felt. Jay doesn't remember, of course. This movie is terrifying terrified of silence. It acts like the audience will immediately lose interest unless there's noise, movement, and chaos every 2 seconds. The vibe gone. Though there were a couple of nice touches. Oh my god. For example, I like how the one-eyed guy seemed more professional and genuinely interested in Earth from the very beginning. I mean, that was a good detail, but that's about it for the positives. Because after that, it just disappointed after disappointed. The social work scene in the original, it was heavy. You felt tension, fear, the real risk of loss. Lilo was acting terribly and it added pressure. Here, it's been nurtured, sterile, there's no sense of danger. It's not a drama about a broken family anymore. It feels like a pilot for a Disney Channel show. The characters, oh god, what did they do to Nana's love interest? He used to be this calm, awkward but sweet guy. Now he's a spineless red towel. No backbone, no presence. It's like they grabbed a social off-guard guy template and just dropped it in. That's actually a running problem in this movie. Every character is twitchy and off-guard, like that's the only way they know how to be funny. But the original was funny without the cringe. Speaking of Nani, that's one of the most painful parts. In the original, you could feel her exhaustion, her fear, her desperate love. Here, she just seems angry and emotionally distant. There is zero chemistry between her and Lilo. It doesn't feel like she's trying to care for her little sister after a tragedy. More like she's been handed a burden she wants to offload ASAP. No emotional growth, no softening, no warmth. She's just a woman who suddenly has a kid and clearly doesn't know what to do. Lilia herself, I can be mad at the actress. She's trying, you can tell, but sometimes you can literally see on her face. Why am I here? What is happening? It almost said the script doesn't let her breathe. She's trying to act, but they boxed her in so hard. She barely gets to life on screen. Just hits her marks and moves on. Stitch. This might be the worst part. He almost obedient from the start. In the original, he was wild, destructive, borderline, evil, and that's why his transformation was so powerful and emotional. He's chill right away. Everyone accepts him instantly. So when the climax comes, it's flat. Where is the development? Where is that moment when he realizes what family means? It's like they deleted the journey and left only the destination. Weirdly, he barely even does anything. He hardly causes chaos, barely creates conflict. This is supposed to be his story. His story. You understand? And they got it. Visually, sometimes it's just odd. Some shows look like a reality TV show. The composition is weak and the color grading. Wait, what color grading? Everything looks flat and lifeless. Like I'm watching a Nickelodeon after school special. Not a big budget Disney film. Even Lilo's room, it's perfect. Sterile. In the original, it was messy and chaotic, just like her life. Here, it's like something out of a Fortuner catalog. There are a couple of interesting additions, like the social service scene where the mansion Lilo nearly drowned and the hospital reported it. That actually made sense. And the ending is Nani goes to university, Lilo stays with the neighbors. In the original, the entire point was that they stay together no matter what. Because they are family. Here, I get it, in real life. That's probably more realistic. Nani is young, she deserves a life too. We shouldn't judge her for that. But still, it's a completely different story. My overall feeling? Mostly boredom. Scenes drag it out. Important stuff cut. Jokes that aren't funny. Lifeless dialogue and characters that feel like cardboard. I came to watch a story about friendship, acceptance and the importance of family, and instead got a whole remake with its heart ripped out. Disney has become a factory. They don't make things for art anymore, just for money. And what? Loyalty? Please. Thanks for listening to my rant. I won't be offended if you disagree, and I'd love see your comments. Tell me what Lilo and Stitch mean to you, and how you felt about this remake. Ohana means family. Family means nobody gets left behind or forgotten. But Disney seems to have forgotten what family is. They do remember money though. Hui hao cuckoo.